Marcus is heading northbound on the Van Wyck. Green light. He drives through the intersection when a car blows the red light from his right. The dash cam catches everything. The impact, the spin, the debris. Open and shut, right? As a dash cam car accident lawyer reacting to crash footage in New York, I could tell you it's rarely that simple. That same footage that looks like it proves Marcus's case, the insurance company already has a copy. And they found 3 frames you haven't looked at yet. I'll show you what dash cam video actually proves under New York law, and the one thing cameras almost never capture that insurance companies use against you. New York is a comparative negligence state. Fault doesn't have to be all or nothing. You can be 20% at fault, 30% at fault, even 49%, and still recover. But the more fault they pin on you, the less you get. That's the framework every dash cam video gets evaluated in. And that's the game the insurance company is already playing when they review your footage. Let me break down what dash cam footage actually proves. A camera shows sequence. It shows timing. It shows what happened first and what happened second. In a rear-end crash, that matters enormously. The footage shows your brake lights, your speed, whether you were stopped or moving. In an intersection collision, it shows whether you had the light, whether the other driver blew through without slowing down. I've handled cases where the dash cam was the difference between a strong recovery and nothing. Client comes in, says the other driver ran a red. The other driver says, my client ran it. We pull the footage, done. The insurance company has no argument left. That case settles well. But here's where people get overconfident, and this is what I want you to understand. Dash cam footage does not capture everything. It doesn't prove the other driver was on their phone. It doesn't prove they were drunk. It doesn't prove they saw you and decided not to brake. Those require other evidence. Witness statements, phone records, cell tower data. The camera captures what happened, not why. And it doesn't prove damages. An impact caught on video doesn't tell a jury how badly you were hurt, how long you were in treatment, how much it cost, what you can't do anymore. Those are separate arguments you build with medical records, bills, lost income documentation, and testimony from the people who watched you recover. Let me walk you through the scenarios I see most. Rear-end collisions. If footage shows you were stopped at a red light and someone plowed into you, that footage is powerful. New York already creates a presumption of negligence when somebody rear-ends you. The dash cam reinforces it. The fight moves to damages, not liability. That's where you want to be. Intersection failures. This is where it gets complicated. I've seen cases where the footage showed my client had a green light, but also showed my client was doing 45 in a 30 zone. The other driver still ran the red, still at fault, but now the insurance company has found the speed data in the footage. Suddenly, they're arguing comparative fault to drive down the settlement. They watch that video looking for exactly that. Which is why I tell every client, before you hand dash cam footage to any insurance company, talk to a lawyer first. They will go through it frame by frame, and they will find anything useful to them. Pedestrian strikes. In New York, most traffic fatalities are pedestrians and cyclists, not drivers. Jurors know this. When dashcam footage shows a pedestrian crossing mid-block, outside a crosswalk, the liability picture shifts. That doesn't mean there's no case, but it means you need to understand the full picture before you start making claims. Here's the thing dashcam footage almost never captures: distraction. The driver scrolling their phone at 50 miles an hour, the driver who didn't check before turning. Dash cam faces forward. It doesn't capture what the driver was doing instead of watching the road. That evidence lives in phone records, cell tower log, the vehicle's black box. It has to be obtained through discovery, and it has to be preserved fast before it disappears. So when a client brings me dash cam footage, I watch it twice. Once to see what happened, and a second time to see what the other side is going to argue, because I promise you, they've already watched it. If you've been in a crash and you have dash cam footage, or you wish you did, drop it in the comments. Tell me what happened. Did the footage work for you, or did it complicate things? We have a whole separate video on pedestrian near misses caught on dash cam. You'll want to see that one too. That one covers why pedestrian cases are a completely different liability analysis and what that footage means in the context of New York's no-fault law. One last thing. In New York, you have 3 years to bring a personal injury claim. That sounds like plenty of time. It isn't. Dashcam footage gets overwritten, witnesses forget, traffic camera footage from the city gets deleted on a schedule. The moment you're injured, the clock on preserving evidence starts. Not the legal clock, the practical one. Act early. Our next video covers pedestrian near misses caught on Dashcam, a completely different set of liability rules that most New Yorkers don't know about until they're already in the middle of a case. I'm Richard Jaffe of Cohen and Jaffe. If you've been hurt in an accident and you have questions, our number is in the description. Subscribe so you catch the next video, and tell me in the comments, have you ever had a Dashcam footage help you or hurt you in your case?